Okay, so they released the dev notes a day early, and I just want to say before we get into this, it's really hard for me to record during the day because all the dogs are awake and etc. So there might be a few interruptions or just noises in the background. I guess just forget about it. Anyway, yeah, subscribe and all that stuff before we get in. But hello there. This is the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross development team. Thank you for your patience, and we apologize for the long wait. They did release this today early, by the way, so that's kind of nice. But either way, they probably should have released it several days or weeks before this. Oh, as we stated in the previous notice, the dev note will talk about the Tower of Trial and new growth cap, content improvements, and new content releases. We will also be sharing details about new and fun updates as well as a plethora of rewards for all nights. Okay, so sounds like we're getting off to the right foot. The biggest thing for me is that I want them to not just address the Tower of Trials and like a few things here or there that are wrong with the game. I want them to show improvement, because obviously the community's in a really weird spot right now where a lot of people are really upset, and they really need to start like moving in the right direction, or else everybody's going to leave this game. New growth caps, content improvements, and new content are coming. As referenced in our notice from April 5th, the Tower of Trials will be back in a new form, and will have stages added continuously over time. You can expect this new version of Tower of Trials on the 27th. Okay, so that's a whole nother week. Also, fret not for the reason that you worried about that we're not run yet. Oh, for the seasons that you were worried about that were not run yet, will be run in sequential order and be available separately from the new version starting on 5/11. Okay, so that's at least somewhat, that's good. Please continue reading for more details. Okay, so I like where they're going with this so far. It's kind of weird that we still have to wait a whole nother week, and then we don't even start the other ones until 5/11. It's kind of weird. We're not going to get the rewards for those for a while. Tower of Trials details. You okay? Sorry, like I said, there's going to be noises. Tower of Trials details. New Super Awakening tier unlocked, and Super Awakening coin supply expanded. We would like to start off by explaining the background behind the postponement of Tower of Trials. On 3/25, the Tower of Trials was restructured on the JP and Korean versions through an update regarding growth content. Because the KR and JP and global versions utilize the same framework, it was impossible to operate with the current Tower of Trials system along with the restructured version in KR and JP. The global dev team decided to provide the Tower of Trials seasons that were not yet run on global 5 through 8 as they were on KRJP. Consequently, it was decided to go with a separate development process. Through the notice on 4/5, we explained that the expected season 5 would be delayed and that further details will be provided in our dev notes. It was at that time that we began the development mentioned earlier. However, since the dev notes were to be released later than anticipated, we inadvertently caused anxiety and worry. Yeah, no shit. The biggest thing is we need more constant communication from the dev team. Like, I know that Netmarble owns this game and they're really known for being greedy, but it would be really nice to have people who actually care about the game working and communicating with the community, because that's how you build trust with the community. It's not really that hard to do. Just hire a community manager who enjoys the game. Even if CM Gold were to just post more often about things that are going on, and you gave him the leniency to sort of touch on topics that are coming up or touch on current topics that people are worried about and give some sort of relief to the community, that would be grand. Seasons 5 through 8 of Tower of Trials, here and after Old Tower of Trials. The 4 seasons that haven't been released on global version yet will be playable along with the new Tower of Trials. Okay, so that's good. Until the remaining seasons of Tower of Trial expire, both versions of Tower of Trial will be playable in-game. We plan on differentiating the old Tower of Trials from the new version in the tavern by giving them distinct icons. Also, we plan on unlocking the 5th tier of Super Awakening, released on JP and KR version back in March, during the next week's update. Oof. We also plan to expand the Super Awakening supply that you can continuously obtain them so as to help relieve any feelings of burden regarding it. After that, we will provide more details on scheduled updates for each version of the Tower of Trials. Please look forward to it. Okay. The fact that we're getting SA5 next week is a little weird. I mean, it is what it is, really. There's not really a big problem with that. They were probably going to do it regardless at some point anyway. So it's, is what it is. That's fine. I kind of wasn't expecting it this soon, but then again, we're pretty close to catching up with JP and KR, so I guess that makes sense. As stated, the new Tower of Trials will have stages added to it over time. Furthermore, we are planning to provide the same amount of Super Awakening coin and some of the currency rewards that could have been acquired from the old Tower of Trials through daily mission rewards. Okay. We are also adding a highly efficient way to acquire Super Awakening coins when needed. A new dungeon within the time-limited dungeon. So this is going to be like the anvil farming, if you're not aware already. A lot of people have already stated that play the JP and Korean versions of the game that the Super Awakening dungeon compared to the Anvil dungeon is not really as worth your time. Anvils are just a lot more important, and you don't get nearly as many Super Awakening coins as you would hope to out of this like 1 hour time limited dungeon. So I'm not really sure what to think about this yet. If I really need Super Awakening coins, I may end up sacrificing one of my hourglasses per week, to get some if I really need it. But from my understanding, the Anvil dungeon is a lot more efficient. We plan on continuously trying to lower the burden of Super Awakening and allow you to feel the satisfaction of upgrading your heroes by having events that provide Super Awakening coins and by bringing back the old Tower of Trials and Tower of Disaster. Okay, so that's pretty good. Honestly, the game it's in a weird spot right now where Super Awakening is so important and you need to do it on a lot of new characters and old characters and stuff like that. There's just a lot going on with Super Awakening that the coin shop, to me, is almost kind of useless. Like, unless there's just a character in there that I don't have, that I would like to have, or I just really need dupes for that kind of character. Like, I would love to buy the Melascula dupe out of the coin shop this week, but I don't know if I should do that because there's a bunch of stuff coming up and I might need my platinum coins, or yeah, I guess they're platinum coins. I need my, SSR coins so that way I can potentially get the heroes that are coming up maxed out, because I might not have enough Super Awakening coins for it. And especially not if they're adding Super Awakening 5. So I think it would be more beneficial for me to not use the coin shop at all for the moment, which kind of sucks because the coin shop is a really cool thing. I really loved the coin shop whenever I first started playing this game. I thought it was such a cool feature, but it's kind of just taken like a back seat to the Super Awakening system because you need those coins for something a little bit more important, I guess, which kind of sucks. Lastly, due to the Super Awakening tier expansion, we are planning to send out 100 Super Awakening coins to every knight's inbox after the maintenance of next week's update. So this isn't anything crazy. Like, the global dev team, they can flaunt all they want if they want to about this, but this was something that the JP and KR devs already did. So I know that this isn't really their decision. Like, they're just making sure that they give us this or else we're going to riot either way. But yeah, it's nice that we're getting this. 100 Super Awakening coins is a good chunk. I think that'll be enough to, if you've already got all of your characters that you use for your PvP team and stuff like that already Super Awakening to level 4, 100 Super Awakening coins hopefully would be enough to get everybody to level 5. I don't know exactly how many it's going to take at this point, but yeah, that's going to be a nice boost. Should help everybody out getting their PvP teams and stuff like that up to par for when they like the update drops. That way you won't be a Super Awakening level behind. Further increases to the Super Awakening cap will be handled very carefully. Okay, so that makes sense because once you hit Super Awakening level 6, they're going to either have to introduce a whole nother tier of Super Awakening where there's a whole new color of star, which would be really dumb, or I don't know. Like, once you hit Super Awakening level 6, you've maxed out 2 sets of Awakening. and they're either going to have to find a new way to further enhance older units or do something along, you know, that sort of gimmick, I guess. After the Super Awakening cap increase and the expansion of the Super Awakening coin supply, we will consider every Knight's Super Awakening situation before implementing high-level content updates. Okay, so that's pretty good. Obviously, some of the content that we have in the game right now is pretty hard. The new reverse stages level or season 3, some of that content is ridiculous. Like, it's actually pretty tough. Like, I've got some of the units that I have are Super Awakened level 4, maxed out level 80 units. Obviously, I don't have like maybe every single cosmetic for some of the characters and everything like that, but I'm still having to use CC food to meet the CC requirement on some of these levels, which is pretty crazy. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that Super Awakening 5 is going to help out with that, and I think what they're saying is because the Super Awakening level 5 is going to sort of change a lot of things, and like some content is going to become a lot easier. Some content, you know, might be more accessible to players because we're getting that little extra. I think they're saying they're going to be more aware of the situation and try to make sure that the content reflects what the current max character can handle. So yeah, new deathmatch and limit break. Deathmatch is a staple mode within the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Heroes evolve through death matches, which allow them to attempt higher difficulty death matches. This is a core game mode that progresses along with your heroes as you clear content and increases in difficulty. 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross has not seen new deathmatch content since its launch. In order to correct that, we are planning to add a new high-level match in the near future. Okay, so they're already talking about the level 90, like, Belmos stuff, which is good. Like, I know that we're not going to be that far behind JP and Korea at this point. So that's cool. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we had Crimson Demon. I don't think we had Howlex on launch. I think it was a couple of months after the game launched that we got that. So I mean, I don't know. But yeah, they make sense. It's been a long time since we've gotten any sort of new deathmatch content. Because deathmatch is directly linked to the hero growth, we have a plan to potentially increase the limit break to level 90 when the new deathmatch is added. So if you don't know, in the newest patch on Korea and JP, they actually added the boss, but you cannot upgrade your characters to level 90 yet. They're testing out sort of how people can handle the boss fight, and I'm assuming they're waiting a week before you hit level 90, so that way they can kind of tweak and see how teams and players are handling the new boss, I would assume, or maybe they're just like making sure that all of the level 90 stuff is completely ironed out before they release it, so that way there's not any issues with them just adding it all straight up to the game like immediately and just saying, okay, like here it is. But yeah, they don't actually have level 90 yet on JP and Korea, so it'll be really interesting for us to observe and see how they handle it and how things change before we get it on global, because this is probably going to be one of the last big features that we don't get at the same time or around the same time as them because of the catch up. So we will share more details on the new deathmatch and limit break in a separate notice in the future. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy, God, they're actually they're actually announcing this. I hate it. Oh, okay. Special collaborations are coming back to kick off the start of spring. Collaborations? We imagine a lot of Knights are surprised to hear that there are more than one happening. I'm gonna hate this. We've lined up collaborations with various partners so Knights can enjoy an entirely new gameplay experience over the span of a month. We will be having collaborations with 2 IPs. The collaboration was created so that Knights from around the globe can enjoy a unique experience, as well as abundant rewards and diverse types of content. The first collaboration of the double collaboration event is the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. Oh boy. Experience a gripping story revolving around Eleven and her friends as they find themselves in the kingdom of Leonis. The Stranger Things collaboration will also be carried out the same week in Korea and JP and global. Okay, so this is going to be a worldwide thing where all of the games get the collaboration at the same time. So that's really good, because in the past there have been certain collaboration events or just events in general where JP and Korea get it and then they nerf it on global. The fact that they're doing it at the same time means that if there is some sort of event where you can farm tons of materials and stuff like that, they can't nerf us. So that's fantastic, honestly. Anyways, please don't let them be summonable characters. That's all I ask. With this first ever worldwide collaboration event, we hope you will enjoy the exciting content that we have created, as well as the amazing characters from Stranger Things. Oh boy. Please look forward to the amazing teamwork between the characters of the Stranger Things and our heroes from the 7 Deadly Sins. It's not gonna be this way, but I don't want 7 Deadly Sins characters, or I don't want Stranger Things characters in the game. And I know that sounds dumb, like, oh, whatever, but they just don't match the game at all. Like, I just don't think that they fit in this game at all. A Netflix collab is so dumb, but hey, that's just my opinion. You know, if you're excited for it, you know, cool. I'm excited for you. Oh, so this has been in the game for a while. They've talked about it. Like, everybody and their brother has talked about this as a leak. So I don't know. Maybe the story content will be cool. I don't want the characters. The following collaboration from Stranger Things is That Collab, which we're sure many of you already know about. To avoid spoilers, to avoid spoiling it for those who haven't heard yet, we will not be announcing it here. Please look forward to this special collaboration comprised of various events and content. Okay, so the thing with all of this information is that we just did 3 festivals in a row. We're on the 3rd one right now. In just a couple of days, we're going to see whether or not the ReZero collab, which is that collab that they're talking about, is going to be coming to global. Because they normally do a 3-day login event before a collaboration starts. So if we end up getting the ReZero collab, which more than likely it's going to be next week's update, then that'll be 3 collabs, or 3 festivals, a collab in the middle of a festival, and then after that, there's going to be a Holy War festival that takes place instead of the festival that we've currently got going on. And they're saying that there's going to be a Stranger Things collab that all of the versions of the game are going to be getting at the same time in the near future. And I can only assume there's going to be another festival on top of it coming soon, because JP and Korea are about to have their 2-year anniversary. The game is in a really weird spot. There's not enough diamonds to go around for this. They really, really need to, address this. Obviously, we've not gotten to the end of the notes yet. Hopefully, they've got some big stuff coming. I know this video is already super long, but this is a really long dev note. Anyways, on top of that, we would like to share some fantastic rewards we've prepared ahead of the 2 collaborations. Okay, I should have just read the next sentence. Since we have 2 upcoming collabs, we would like to provide an enjoyable experience while also lessening any burden put on Knights. To celebrate the double collaboration, you will receive 30 diamonds at the end of the Stranger Things update maintenance. When is this coming? Did I miss something? Are we getting this like really soon? We're getting it the same week. Okay, I don't think they've announced when it's coming yet, but I mean, 30 diamonds is nice, I guess. It's just a multi though. Which leads me to believe that they will be adding like actual characters that you summon for, because why would you need diamonds? But anyways, both collaborations will provide an SSR collaboration hero. Okay, I'm assuming that means for free. Like on the ReZero collab, we're getting RAM, or ROM, as they say in the dub. And you'll be able to acquire a costume set for each collaboration hero. Okay, so that's good. Through gameplay, that's really good, because honestly, the fact that the last collaboration, I think I think it was just the KOF collab, we didn't get any costumes for any of the characters basically for free, except for I think there was one costume for Kyo maybe. You will also be able to receive 10 collaboration pickup tickets as check-in rewards for both collaboration events. So this is good. That means we're getting a free multi for each collab. They're giving us 30 diamonds at least on the Stranger Things one. We hope this will allow Knights to enjoy the collaboration content. 2 multis, probably not enough to enjoy the content, but hey, it's a move in the right direction. It's cool. We also have various rewards and social media events planned, so please look forward to those for a second collaboration update. We've planned a very special event that gives back 100 diamonds for every 600 loyalty points earned. You will share more details in upcoming update notice. Who are these characters? Double collab. Oh, these are the Stranger Things characters, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure this is Hopper. Jim Hopper. 30 diamonds for all. Collab special perks event. Free costume sets. Free SSR collab hero. He has a shotgun. So stupid. I can't handle this. I think they've already sort of data mined the characters that they're going to be adding. So this is probably 11. I would imagine one of these is Mike. And the other one I think is Will. Kind of sucks we're not getting Steve Harrington. Oh well. I don't know. This is such a strange collab. I just don't get it. So gives back 100 diamonds for every 600 loyalty points earned. So I guess that's cool. If it's probably going to take 600 loyalty points to do a full rotation of the banner. So the fact that they're giving 100 back if you complete a rotation is good. That's nice, honestly. Okay, we're at the end. And lastly, due to the delay of content such as Tower of Trials, for not properly addressing the burden and trying to close the gap with JP and Korean versions, and to ease any burden caused by our double collaboration on 4/22 Thursday. What? To ease any burdens caused by our double collaborations. Oh, okay. On 4/22, which is tomorrow, at 12 a.m. PDT, we will be sending 300 diamonds to all Knights on the global version. You can claim these rewards until 5:10 by simply logging into the game. Once again, we apologize for not fully grasping the weight of these inconveniences on you, and we will continue our commitment to do the best we can to provide you with a better service. That's nice. Okay, so somebody already commented on one of my videos this morning and told me that they were giving 300 diamonds away, which is a huge gift. I don't think, even, it's hard for me to even grasp what it took them to give us this many diamonds, because you gotta think, for the 1 year anniversary, which I think on global was the most amount of diamonds they've ever given out just at one time for any reason, was 30 diamonds. So the fact that they're timesing that by 10 and giving us that is pretty huge. I'm not saying that that makes up for all of the crap that we've been through and the content that we're missing, but 300 diamonds from the devs is a pretty big feat. I don't really think that Netmarble was probably like shaking in their boots whenever whoever came up with the 300 diamonds for all the players, whoever came up with that idea, they were probably very skeptical to give out that many diamonds at one time for the player base. Like, I can't imagine that the greediest company in the world would be willing to give out that many diamonds. That's insane. That's actually like a really, really nice sort of step in the right direction. They obviously said that they know that it's putting a lot of burden on people. They didn't fully grasp that, I guess. Honestly, it's not that hard. Just release more consistent updates from you guys on what's coming and what you're doing to improve the game experience, instead of just sitting there and not saying anything and releasing, really crappy sort of, update notices that don't have any content in them and not touching on it at all. That's really all it would take. Communication. We would like to notify all global players that those on the JP and Korean versions will be receiving 300 diamonds on the same date due to a matter revolving around Chandler's skill. Okay. They're getting 300 diamonds just because of that? Well, that honestly makes this a little less of a victory for us, I feel like. Like, they're just like, okay, we're giving them 300 diamonds. If we don't, I think that this is more of a damage control situation now, that they're giving us 300 diamonds because they're getting 300 diamonds, and if we didn't get that, they would already be, you know, so far ahead of us in content and stuff like that, that they would just be getting free extra disposable diamonds, whereas this is really something that we need to be able to participate in upcoming content. So that's a little crappy, I'll be honest. Like, I know we don't have Chandler yet, and we're getting like compensation equal to which they are getting of Chandler, but by the time we get Chandler, they're not going to have this issue, which means we're not going to get the reward that they're getting. That just kind of almost null and voided the whole thing. We sincerely want to thank all of the knights from around the world for their unending love and support for the Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. We will keep striving to provide the best possible experience to all knights. Thank you. Okay, so this was an absolute journey. Obviously, there's big stuff coming. It's a really nice thing that they're giving us the Tower of Trials that we're missing. They're giving us the new Super Awakening step, which is, I guess, nice because they're giving us some extra free Super Awakening coins and stuff like that. The level 90 content is supposed to be coming up pretty soon. It's actually right here. So that'll be really interesting. I think we're still waiting to see kind of how that plays out on JP and Korean versions of the game, because I don't think we'll even get the boss for the next little bit, like probably a month or so. So that'll be really weird. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how close these collabs are back to back. Like, because I mean, we're probably getting the ReZero collab very soon. If this Stranger Things collab comes, maybe they'll end up chilling out on JP and Korea for like a couple of weeks while we go through the collab for ReZero and the new festival for Holy War Zeldris. And then maybe we'll end up catching up with them and doing Stranger Things together, I guess. I don't know, because obviously any characters that they add in the meantime on JP and Korea, we still have to get on our end. So I don't know if we're just going to end up being like a couple of weeks behind them at all times, or if we're actually going to be catching up and being on the exact same sort of schedule they are. But that'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, tons of free stuff, which is good. I don't know. Honestly, this is probably one of the best things. The fact that if you do a full rotation on the collab banner, that you get a free 100 diamonds back. That's honestly pretty nice. Free tickets, free collab hero on each one, free costumes for stuff. That's really nice. Honestly, the 300 diamonds is really good. I hate that it got overshadowed by the fact that they're also getting 300. I'm not saying that them getting 300 diamonds is bad. I'm saying the fact that they're also getting 300 diamonds for an unrelated issue. Like, if they were even getting less diamonds, because I don't know what the matter with Chandler's skill is or how big of a problem it is. But the fact that they're getting 300 diamonds just as compensation for that means that we should... I don't want to say we should get more, but it undermines this a lot to me. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, I don't know. It's a step in the right direction for sure. Obviously, this isn't going to please everybody. There's still a ton of banners coming up that everybody's going to want to summon on. And if they don't give us something, we need final bosses as well. We don't just need Tower of Trials. We need some new sort of content. That way we can actually farm diamonds and stuff like that for these new things that are coming up. Anyways, that's pretty much it. This is going to be a huge video. It's going to take me a while to render this, and I'm already probably super late. I know other YouTubers probably already touched on it. So anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I actually didn't have any interruptions from the dogs, which was really nice. So feel free to subscribe. More content in the future, as always. I'm not planning on quitting the game anytime soon unless they just absolutely ram it into the dumpster. So I'll be here making content on it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you then.